to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hello. Welcome to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay. Shalom, baby.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Mike. How are you, my
I have
friend?
to say, Mike, your air guitaring of the intro was inspiring.
Yeah, I'm thinking about joining the competition next year.
Yeah.
World Air Guitar
Get out
Championships. Yeah, get out there, throw on some leather pants. You told me to put an air cigarette in the headstock of my guitar, which I did if people were watching on the video. That's what I was doing there. Like Eddie Van Halen, I just finger tapping. It's fucking sweet. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. What was I going to say? There was something out of the gate that I wanted. Oh, congrats in order to Manfred. Manny, I saw a post yesterday. Your young boy got into Michigan State.
Yeah, he did.
Congratulations.
Happy about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
On behalf of Manny.
Wearing a little Sparty
gear,
T-shirt.
yeah.
Yeah. Is he fired up?
He is fired up. That's his school of choice, although he's waiting on a couple more. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
The question on everyone's mind, obviously, is Manny's ass going to Michigan State with him?
I haven't talked to him specifically about that. I don't think so, though. I think she's got different goals. So.
Oh, Harvard? Yeah. Ivy League?
This girl, wow. I mean, you talk about killing the standardized tests.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Manny
She did
fucking
quite
crushed,
well.
too. Manny's a super smart kid.
He did well. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking here? Perfect scores or?
Yeah, perfect.
No, not Manny. I'm talking. He said she's out
Oh,
like
yeah.
she was
Oh,
fucking.
you're talking about Manny's ass?
Manny's ass is pretty close to perfect on a
Really?
SAT, and I mean, she was like a 34 on ACT, and then 15 something on SAT. It was
No shit.
absurd.
Yeah.
Or high 1400s on SAT.
Good for her. Good for her. Is that so? That's Manny's school of choice. Good. So he's gonna go where he wanted to go.
I think so.
Good. So congrats to him. Please tell him that I said that, and say hello to Sweet Pie for me.
She said hello, guys.
Oh, good.
Just passing that on. Tell Mike and Eric I said hello as she runs off to the bus.
Hi, Pie.
Yeah.
I take it the fact that you guys are here, neither of you won the Mega Millions.
Yeah, you know, man.
yesterday.
Surprisingly, I didn't. Dude, I bought 5 tickets, right?
So did I.
And I think I got one number.
I was gonna tell you, dude. I kind of crushed it.
Yeah.
I hold in my hand.
If you crushed it,
The
you can still
ticket.
win $2 or something.
Well, I'll show Jay. I circled the numbers that I got, and there you go.
Isn't that something? God,
Yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
So,
It hits home just how hard this thing is.
yeah,
When you
I
look
got
at that
number.
ticket.
I got one number. I
Wow.
got
28. Lucky number 28.
Which I was doing the math on. If 6 numbers is worth 1.6 billion, then my one number's got to be worth at least a few mil.
See where you're going here.
Where do I have to go to collect that?
Yeah.
By the way,
Just go up to Ray's party store. He'll
Like,
hook you up. He'll just reach in the till.
you think so? Is that what you got to do? Did I get it? At least does he have like big checks
Big
back
checks.
there or something? I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pay you guys the 25 mil I promised, but I could throw a couple bones your way
Next time.
once I collect my few mil
Jesus.
from one number.
Did you get a number?
You know what? I don't even know. It's in my car. I haven't looked yet.
Yeah, you didn't win.
I know I didn't win. So
Unless you were in South Carolina to buy your tickets.
right, exactly.
Yeah, you
so
were not-
We have listeners in South Carolina.
I've already gotten texts from them, and they did not win either, which is a bummer.
What, you know of all the people we have
Not
in
all
South
of them,
Carolina?
but Ryan. We know Ryan. He was like, dude, I was going to honor it, give you guys 10 million each. I told you guys I would if he hit $1 billion or whatever.
son of a bitch, drinking
And-
from the Stanley Cup the other day.
Fucking loser.
Was
didn't
he?
win.
Yes. Dude, I don't know what the situation was, but it appeared like the Stanley Cup was like in his backyard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
like,
it probably was.
Dude, I
It
swear
was
to
flown
God.
there privately.
Yeah. Did he and Rick take the
Yeah.
plane over
Rick
to
who?
Ovechkin's house?
Right.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, we stopped by Gretzky's and then Wayno and stopped by the crib, brought the cup. We were drinking.
I don't know where it was, but he was drinking a beer out of the cup the other day.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. And then he fucking, it was great. He's having a blast. And then he goes and loses on the fucking lotto.
Yeah,
Even
thanks
though
a lot,
it was
Ryan.
won in his state, so we get nothing. What a bunch of shit that is. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for nothing.
Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that shit. Brent has over 30 years in the business, offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 for a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900.
So what we know is a single winning ticket was sold. Can you believe that?
Wow.
One ticket was sold for $1.54 billion. Nothing is known about the winner at this point. Obviously, they haven't come forward yet. But all we know is that the ticket was bought somewhere in South Carolina. Under state law, winners can remain anonymous. You'd have to be an idiot to not
Why
remain
would you
anonymous,
not
right?
remain
Like,
anonymous?
There's no way. The prize makes them the richest lottery winner in U.S. history. Marks the single largest lottery prize awarded anywhere in the world. Isn't that crazy?
God bless him.
Yep. And I hope we know him. God, how cool would that be if it was one of our listeners? Oh, the numbers drawn were 5, 28, which is the number I got. Do you remember what number you got?
Maybe it was 5. Yeah, maybe I had a 5.
Yeah, 5, 28, 62, 65, 70, and the mega ball was 5. So anyway, South Carolina state officials are now set to scoop up $60 million bucks in taxes.
Look at
Federal authorities will get more than $200 million in taxes. What do you?
Delaware, Kansas, Maryland, North Dakota, Ohio, South Carolina. You can do that. I would, if I was even close, like I'd go down to Ohio then and buy tickets. So
Did you do that?
No, I didn't. But I'm saying
I bet you would.
I could. I would now.
What is that again?
Looking at the future.
They pay less.
No, you don't. You can remain anonymous.
Oh,
if you
no,
buy,
yeah.
How's not that far away? Drive down there.
You're gonna drive down to Ohio to buy your lotto ticket.
Yeah, I am from now on.
To remain anonymous, it's not a bad choice. Like we could probably
Or get some. Or I have friends
have
in Ohio.
someone,
Just
you know,
like have someone buy
Dude,
a ticket.
it's 1 in like 3 billion chance, and
I
you're gonna
know.
take hours
No, it's
out
a
of your
50-50
day.
chance. You either win or you
Right,
lose.
exactly. It's
Win
50-50.
or lose. There's only 2 options. It's 50-50,
Exactly.
dude. And so
It'd be
You're
worth
gonna spend
it.
hours out of your day to drive down to the nickel.
Yeah.
what does
and-
he got to do?
Not
True.
exactly nothing. So I'm gonna go down there and buy my tickets. So then when I'm a billionaire, I don't have to tell nobody.
Yep.
Well
won't even
put,
tell us. You just won't show up. So the lump sum take, which most people take, would be $905 million. So not part of the 3 comma club, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know, that amount is subject to federal withholding tax of 25%.
Which is bullshit.
South Carolina then imposes zone withholding tax of 7% on lottery winnings. That puts the eventual cash in hand at a measly $625 million.
What a bunch of bullshit.
Dude, that is
What a racket.
bullshit, dude.
Isn't that
Don't
bullshit?
even have that. Don't
a
even.
billion just skimmed off the top.
Oh, let me just take 500 mil off the top. You sons of bitches.
Then just say that's what the fucking lotto is.
No,
Don't
wait,
no,
you
no.
said he walks away with 600 mil?
625.
All right, so almost $1 billion.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Yep.
look at that,
That's
dude.
what a racket.
For
I'd
what?
be, I'd be like, you know what? Keep it. If the money means that much to you, fucking keep it.
You need it more than
thieves.
I do, which they do.
Which the cool thing is, obviously, they're going to spend that $1 billion updating schools
Sure.
around the area and get that
All
going.
the good,
'cause-
go to good uses, yeah.
Absolutely. And one thing we've learned from the government is they're very, very good,
Efficient.
efficient, well-oiled machine when it comes to spending tax
That
dollars.
pisses me off, man. That is ridiculous. I understand that, like, you pay taxes on everything that you do and income and all that shit, but
Preach
to
it,
take-
Jesus.
no,
Yeah.
just to take that much
Tell
off
us how
of a
taxes
lot.
suck. Go, E.
But to take that much for the government
After
to take
this, I'll
that much,
handle death.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
E.
Death taxes. Go, E.
it just pisses
It's
me
already been
off.
taxed. You should go to South Carolina, E, when they do the giant check thing and just stand in the audience just going, shame! Shame!
I agree. I should.
Just ringing a bell, screaming shame. The richest U.S. lottery winners in history. You want to hear from a couple of these people? Like,
Is this like the fucking show? Because I mean, the show, there's a show that shows how all these guys end up broke as
Curse,
shit.
yeah, the curse. Mavis Wanchik. Oh, fuck, Mavis. That
Mavis?
sounds like an old bird, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone under the age of 80 that's named Mavis?
Mavis. No, I don't
Fuck.
think so.
Mavis won $758.7 million. And in 2017, she's leaving work when a coworker spotted the winning numbers on her ticket and told Mavis, like, by the way, you won. She's like, oh, wow, I had no idea.
Just sitting on her desk.
Mm-hmm. She immediately calls her boss and is like, fuck off, never see you again.
Sure.
Quit on the spot.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Well, she's, judging by the name Mavis, she's probably getting up there, 80, and it's like, can I make $757 million work for the remainder of my life? And she did the math and was like, yeah, I can quit this job. And so she did. So she took early retirement. Gloria McKenzie, you fucking $590.5 million, and this is outrageous. Gloria is 84 years old.
There you go.
Bird. What are you doing,
They got
Gloria?
nothing to do.
How many grandkids?
Ha! I won what? Ha!
I mean, go down to the fucking casino and watch these 80-year-olds with their oxygen tanks as they just hit blah, 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 blah. I don't even know if they win. I don't even know what they do. They just keep putting it back into the machine, hitting the button again.
She's going to get her bucket of nickels for the slot. I like playing the slot.
Even old ladies need a dopamine rush every now and
Yeah.
then.
I guess,
Well,
dude.
she's at a Publix,
Sure.
store, and She's waiting her turn in line at the machine that spits out the tickets. And some guy was like, "Oh, you're 84. Why don't you go ahead of me?" Let her cut in line.
Oh, I want to find
And
that. I
she
want that
won
guy's name.
$590 million.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily it's not just.
They were
do
doing
you-
random numbers.
Yeah, you do the easy pick. So
Yeah.
whether there could
Yeah.
be there could be someone else down. Well, I guess it would be that machine, right? Whoever,
Yeah. It
whatever
spit
don't
out
know.
those,
It
it
doesn't-
spit out
that comes
those
up.
numbers. I don't know how that works, but he was like, "Oh, you sweet old bird. Here you go."
I don't think it works at all like you're thinking,
Yeah.
but you in your mind you still would think it, right? Like even though it doesn't, I think you
Right.
would
Had he
still...
stepped up and pressed the button 10 seconds earlier, does that matter? Like to the
I don't know, but
algorithm behind it? Is it
that
just
would make me
constantly
suicidal,
shuffling? Is it
Because there
constantly
could be people
shuffling?
buying. There's people buying everywhere all the time. So
Yeah, are they tied together to every unit around the state?
Do you think Gloria owes him something?
Fuck no. Come on, man.
Really, you wouldn't go, "Wow, this sweet young man, let me cut in line," and it cost him it cost him $590
It didn't.
million.
I want to know if it did, because as E and I are, to E's point, it could be that these things are linked up all over the state, and the next easy pick that comes up is just being selected. Boom, 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 boom.
So you're thinking it's
down
like
the street.
Ticketmaster when tickets go on sale at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
There's tickets being bought at
That was my
I
assumption.
certainly would tell the story though. If it were me, man, I
Oh,
certainly
yeah.
would be like, "Fuck, man, I
Why
let this
beat yourself
80-year-old."
up, man?
I think
move on.
that's worth
what
20 mil at least. If you win $590 million, I think she should find that sweet young man and give him 20 million. She doesn't need it. She's 84 years old. We've got Maureen Smith and her husband David. They did not come forward to claim the prize until 6 months after winning, and said they would donate the majority of their prize to
I remember
charity.
them, yeah.
You fucking pieces of shit! What?
Well, let's check up on them. Did they?
That's the.
I'd
I
like
don't care
to
if
know,
they did
man.
it. I just don't want them to say that and then not have done it.
You win that kind of fucking money and you don't just throw it out. You're gonna give it to charity. Go fuck yourself.
That's fine as long as they do it. I will say this: my most famous annoyance of someone saying they were going to give money to charity. I've mentioned this before, I think, but Rebecca Black. Remember when she had that stupid fucking song? It's Friday, and she was and she was on Jay Leno, and it was right after the tsunami had hit over in Japan or whatever.
This has irked E for years.
Has it? I don't know.
He's brought this up probably 5 times to me, and I'm just like staring at him like, number one, I don't know who this girl is, and why
You know
you
that
care
song,
so
don't
much.
you?
Maybe, I guess. I don't-
Because she sat there on national television saying the only song she ever made that made any money on iTunes, she was going to give them all the money to the tsunami in Japan, and
Yeah.
I don't
I'd like
fucking
to follow up on that.
I don't think
I'm
that
with you
she
on this
did.
one.
Well, we have a Bing machine sitting right in front of you. You could get to the bottom of this.
I'm with E. I'm not willing to just take her word for it. I need documentation that she gave every fucking penny of that damn song.
Because she did nothing after
For the
that
relief
one
effort.
song.
So yeah, we've got Ira Curry and Steve Tran, $324 million each.
Ira, again, these old people,
Yep.
man.
Ira was driving when she heard the lotto numbers and almost crashed her car. She's like, "Oh my God, I won." Steve Tran said he immediately phoned his boss. Was like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out." Cindy and Mark Hill, Matthew Good, $294 million each. After discovering that this guy had won almost $300 million in the lotto, Mark revealed he would dedicate part of his winnings to building a new fire station in his town of Camden Point, Missouri. And he wanted to remain anonymous. He wanted to just be like, Anonymous donated this fire station to the town, and they named it after him, which outed him. It's like, fuck, thanks, guys. So, he was kind of pissed about that. And then little is known about Matthew Good, the other guy that won $294. He used his winnings to hire a massive team of attorneys immediately to keep him anonymous. He did not want anyone knowing who the fuck he was, which is a smart move.
Hey, everybody. Speaking of money, does your money work as hard as you do? You will spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Do you know if you'll be able to retire on your terms? How could you know? If you don't have a plan, let Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial help to make sure your money's working as hard as you are. Call Mark today, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Jesus.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Megyn Kelly.
Boy, did she step in it.
Oh man, she's in some serious trouble today. I hope she keeps her job. I guess it was yesterday. Do we have the original clip of her, Isis, talking about
Blackface.
Blackface.
Shit, I just
And-
have an apology.
Okay, see if you can find it. So she's feeling the wrath of NBC and all the other competitors, which is shocking that they would take advantage of this opportunity to have full discussions during their most popular time slot at 7:30 a.m. on the other morning shows to rip her to shreds. But yeah, they all devoted sizable segments, both in the nightly news and today programs to her comments defending blackface, which I guess happened on Monday. In response, Kelly began her program by reading prepared remarks in which she apologized. I'm Megyn Kelly, and I want to begin with 2 words. I'm sorry. She was welling up.
This is all so stupid.
Isn't it,
we
dude?
live in such
It's just-
stupid times.
I know. I'm like, do people really give a shit what some fucking idiot thinks about? Who cares? It's just more faux outrage, right? People don't really care.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's my thought. Does
'Cause-
Lester Holt really give a shit what Megyn Kelly thinks about
Well, you know, it's-
1830s blackface minstrels? Like, I don't know. Maybe he does.
What's in Megyn Kelly's heart?
Well, she
That's
had
the
a
question.
she had an all black panel on today, which seems, I'm going to meet with community leaders and that whole thing. And she had a full discussion about blackface today, and the host was silent for almost 15 minutes, just listening. It's time
That's
for me to be
important.
quiet and listen right now.
How could she be so stupid though to step in this? It's like using the N-word almost, It's almost there.
Didn't she get in shit for saying that Jesus was white and
No, Santa Claus.
Or Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus is white. Get over it,
Yeah,
everybody.
deal with it?
Yeah.
Okay. The fact is, while she apologizes to the staff, she owes a bigger apology to folks of color around the country because this is our history going back to the 1830s. That's what Al Roker said. I imagine if you polled most black people, they'd be like, fuck, whatever. Okay, who gives a shit? Crack ass cracker? White devil? Who gives a shit what she thinks?
Just know that all white people are fucking devils.
Craig Melvin added, there was some criticism online that this is a political correctness run amok, and that's silly, disingenuous, and it's ignorant. It's as ignorant as it is racist. On Good Morning America, the segment was given the spot that the show generally reserves for its biggest story of the day, right in that sweet spot around 7:30 drive time. And, there was a 3-minute report. 3-minute report. That's an eternity for one of those dumb
It's
shows.
a teachable moment, Mike.
Yeah, detailing the scandal. I mean, this really
The
is
scandal.
for our nation. This is a scandal.
Oh my God, we need a
fucking
war.
We need a fucking war.
We
No.
need a big war.
So talking about the scandal and the backlash that has just enveloped the country. I mean, I hope we can get through this as a country. I hope we can heal together. I don't know if that's possible, but shut up, Robin Roberts. Handle the story because she's black. So it made sense to have her in the front line, her and Michael Strahan.
She has the perspective that
Right.
you need.
Sure. She called out NBC and Today for a lack of diversity on Kelly's panel. What they're doing over there at NBC, I guess Kelly had a panel that did not include black people when she was having the discussion on blackface.
Mhm.
So a lot of people are commenting on this one and the panel. You're going to have this discussion. Perhaps you should have a more diverse panel that can challenge her when she's making those types of statements. Comment which drew nods from Michael Strahan and George Stephanopoulos. George was in full agreement. You needed more blacks on the panel. Fucking people.
Says the little white Greek guy.
Yeah, shut up, little man. Shut up, you wisp. NBC covered the scandal on its nightly news program with Lester Holt devoting considerable time. Roker continued to comment through his Twitter, responding to one fan that was like, yeah, you and fucking Cotby dress up on Halloween as white people all the time. And it's not the same thing. We do not paint our face as white. We go as blacks dressed as whites. So Kelly did apologize to her colleagues. Do we have here's her apology on the air this morning. Do you have the original?
Yeah, I
What she
actually
said?
did.
Okay.
Here. Just,
You want to hear the original? Because I didn't hear the original.
it looks like this is it anyway. To
We'll
me.
see how brutal this is.
What is racist? Because truly, you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface
Yes.
for Halloween, or a black person who puts on whiteface
Yes.
for Halloween. Like back when I was a kid, that was okay as long as you were dressing
me,
up as like a
divorce-
character.
If somebody feels like something is offensive to them, then you should say it, and that's fair game.
Yeah, and
and
I
you should
would
be able to
also-
take it if you're going to dress
Shut
up
up,
like
Yeah,
pussy.
you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I mentioned is people dressing up like Nazis and this. If you think it's
Oh my God, that's
offensive, it
Melissa Gilbert.
probably
Yeah.
No, not
is.
Melissa Gilbert.
And one
Melissa
of my
Rivers.
big complaints
Yeah.
just
Holy
about
shit.
society right now is whatever happened, and I know how you were raised. I don't know how you were raised, but
That's questionable.
Your mom.
Wait, they've already moved on
happened
from
to
the
just
statement, right? So the
manners
statement
I don't-
came and went.
I don't think so, because I think she mentions Diana Ross
You've
or
got
something.
guys running around with
You want me
fake
to?
X's coming out of
that's
their
what-
head.
but what I'm
like
saying is-
it's gonna be jarring. Right, but what I'm saying is, in polite society, someone who's raised it would not
Polite
think
society.
that dressing as a Nazi is okay.
Oh, your
I
mom
don't
will
know
be
that-
rolling in her
look, I mean,
grave.
the
Or
PC
painting
police-
somebody. I mean, I think that there are limits to how far you want to go.
but we
'Cause if you're
should
making
know.
Yeah, thanks, Jenna
So
Bush.
bad,
Jenna
but the
Bush.
thing, normal people kind of know where that line is.
Yes, right.
I mean, I have a son. that dressed as a fireman with an axe and then insisted on carrying the axe around for like a week.
But
Wow.
there was controversy on
Get him
the
to
Real
counseling.
Housewives. There was a controversy on the Real Housewives of New York with Luann, as she dressed as Diana Ross, and she made her skin look darker than it really is, and people said that was racist. And I don't know. I thought, like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how like that got racist on Halloween.
I haven't
It's not
seen
like
it,
she's
but
walking around
I
in
have
general.
not seen it. But
So that's it. I mean, she's a monster, right? I mean, is it? We lost Jay, guys. Jay's down. Jay's down. He wants to get off the world. The world is spinning, and Jay's asking to get off the ride.
That's it.
Jay
I
wants
want
off the ride.
out of here.
You know,
Holy fuck.
Is that okay? Let me say this. Is that what she just did there? Having that panel discussion, is that big a fucking
No,
deal?
because that's the thing that everybody says they want, right? They want a discussion about these matters.
we should have an open dialogue. Oh, you always hear about open dialogue. Like if she was
Because
like,
it is a relevant question. Like, look, if you're trying to honor like Diana Ross and dress up, like, what is the purpose of Halloween? Number one, you know,
right?
Like,
dress as something you're not.
Yeah, and if you're being you're not being disrespectful or making a caricature out of it, but you're trying to look like Diana Ross, is that racist to darken your skin? It's a relevant question, isn't it?
Boy, you just did the same thing as Megyn Kelly.
Relevant question.
I want to apologize for
on behalf of the Detroit Cast. Do not reflect the views,
thoughts, and views represented.
No,
by
if everybody
one
wants to
member.
have a conversation about these things, that is a relevant question, and then somebody can beat her over the head with it if they want.
Yeah.
Go, no. Given the history of this, you just don't go there.
Yeah.
Given the history of Nazism, no, you just don't dress up as Hitler. Whatever your viewpoint is, but instead it's just like, oh my god,
she's a monster.
Bundle that up and tweet it around and hit her hard.
Oh my god, I politically disagree with her, so she's a.
I'm triggered.
I found something that
Yeah.
I can ruin.
Well,
her.
and NBC itself is going, we want to get rid of this fucking bitch because she's not pulling ratings like we thought she would. And so this is great. She stepped in it, and let's let her have it.
And let's be honest, wasn't Roker one of the ones pushed out of that 9 o'clock slot to make room for Megyn
Yeah.
Kelly?
Yeah.
And so there's incentive there to be, take some shots at her. It's a different thing if it's like, here's how I feel about it, and you make some racist statement about whatever.
Yeah.
But
Get over it, black people.
yeah, sorry, black. If I want to put fucking minstrel face on it,
Yeah.
and, blah blah blah, then deal with it.
Deal
And
with it.
people
You're
go,
inferior anyway.
Yeah, then you could go, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
But her going, I don't see what the controversy is, and she was kind of tiptoeing a little bit. I'm not trying to defend her. It's just a discussion, especially on one of those morning, G-rated shows. You just fucking avoid it. What are you doing?
That was my thing. I can't even believe
wading
she
into
went
that water.
there. But the fact is, it's ridiculous that this is such a triggering issue that you can. Oh my God, you can't
Yeah.
even bring it up. You couldn't even question whether that's Oh my God,
Yeah.
You can't say that.
How dare you? How dare you,
Just-
racist Nazi? And then to
I
come
want
out with
off.
some like
I want off.
I know, I don't blame you. To come out with some like bleeding heart, fucking crying, tearful apology.
Well, she's just trying to save her
Of
fucking
course.
job and her reputation.
And that's almost worse than the crime because it's too bad. I say that a lot. Like, oh, I'm just going to explain myself really quickly on Twitter, and people go, oh shit, now it makes sense. Oh fuck, thanks for explaining that. No, people that don't like you are going to fucking jump all over you no matter what. And so I have more respect for the people that go, that's not what I meant. I understand my critics are not going to believe that. I know what I feel in my heart, and I'm not going to give you some fake apology for that. Sorry. If this cost me my job, so be it. I've made $100 million anyways. Gives a shit. I'd have way more respect for that person. But instead, we get, dear friends and teammates, today is one of those days where listening carefully to other points of view is leading me to rethink my own views. Or is it? When we had the roundtable discussion earlier about the controversy of making your face look like a different race as part of a Halloween costume, I suggested this seemed okay if done as part of a holiday where people have the chance to make themselves look like others, like iconic Diana Ross came up as an example. People are honoring and respecting her. I realize now that such behavior is indeed wrong, and I am sorry.
No, she doesn't.
The history of blackface in our culture is abhorrent. The wounds too deep. The wounds are too deep. Megyn Kelly at 48 years old is figuring this out now. I've never been a PC kind of person, but I understand that we do need to be more sensitive in this day and age. This is a time for more understanding, love, sensitivity, and honor. Honor? And I want to be part of that. I look forward to continuing that discussion. I'm honored to work with all of you, even the black ones, every day. She didn't say I added that, but I'm sure that's what she meant. Love MK.
These are just pathetic stories, honestly.
I'll see if I can stop the world really quick, and you can get off just for like a week. Come back, see if everything's fixed. Did you guys fix everything yet? Can I get back on? It's getting cold out here.
Hey everybody, you know about Hamlin Pub. It's a great place to watch the big tackle ball with your buddies or even out for an evening with your girl. But are you aware of Hamlin Pub's amazing Tuesday and Thursday food specials? Tuesdays, their burger and brew days. That's an Angus burger, fries, and your choice of 12-ounce domestic beer or pop, just $6.99. If you like pizza better, then get there on Thursdays. You'll get half off all pizzas. These specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pub locations, those being Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and 2 in Shelby Township.
As you know, Jay, Halloween will boo here and boo gone before you know it, right? I mean, it's coming up in like a week. Are you dressing up this year? Are you going as Ghost again? Are you going as a ghost?
Thinking maybe blackface. I don't know.
Oh, dude, you should go as blackface. Be dynamite. I might do that. Can I go as blackface guy too? Could you imagine 2 white guys walking around in their mid-40s in blackface? I think we'd get in trouble for that, maybe, if we get some headlines. So I know you want to get off the ride of the world right now, but I just want you to buckle up because
we've got the costumes that are being,
I don't know how to handle this because I know last year you were done with these fucking stories. I don't want to see another story about some fucking idiot high school kid going in blackface somewhere. But we're already seeing it and people are fucking outraged. There's a Caitlyn Jenner costume for sale. This is causing quite a stir, Jay. Comes with a long-haired wig, and then, of course, a couple medals. I don't think they're real.
Does it have a little fruit cup that tucks out the back? It shows them. If she bends over, you can just see a ball of junk behind her asshole.
The more expensive model does, but the one that's $45, I don't think comes with.
By the way, $45. Fuck. It's just a wig. It's just a wig and like a track outfit.
The short track shorts.
Dude, I could just like.
Do you have pictures of it?
I mean, anybody, if you've ever like known somebody that ran or something, you could just do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
That is so offensive.
Oh, I said you're doing the trans people. This is transphobic. Okay. So you got the tank top on with USA. And
back when he was a guy, you know, he was an Olympian, a gold medalist, Mike.
Are you death naming him?
Death name. Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner, Olympian. I am Kate, adult costume.
Also back before he was a murderer. But whatever.
Yep. It only comes in men's and adult men's sizes too, which is kind of rude. It's a costume. It's funny, a rep for the maker, costume agent.
It's actually not that funny to me, honestly.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit.
Honestly, I would
like maybe 2 years ago.
Right.
You know, like if you were but like who?
If I saw this, honestly, I'm just being serious. I'd just be like,
it's their 6th biggest seller. I'm like, really? Do you think your original dressing up like this?
Right.
Like I said, dude, honestly,
I'm more offended that you're dressing up thinking it's cool to go as Caitlyn Jenner in 2018 than anything.
If you're someone who dresses up, you know, you could probably just get a wig from some person and then just a track shirt and pants.
On the $45.
Well,
He's
dude, it's just not
to spend that.
It's just not that outgreat of a costume. Even $45 for what?
Yeah, it doesn't look like $45 worth.
And I don't think it's that good of a costume either. By the way, I don't think it's that funny of an idea.
Yeah. Well, people that are part of these trans community like groups are just, I mean,
like the 0.03% of our population you're referring to right now.
This is insensitive.
A small group of mentally ill people. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. On Amazon, the costume is promoted with the caption, "Show your love for Caitlyn Jenner with this awesome adult costume." Transgender charities have called for its immediate removal, saying it's mocking those who are born in the wrong body.
You know the other thing, by the way, when Jay always talks about, a costume having like wanting to have your hands free. I mean, he has his hands free, but honestly, dude, going to the bar or some house in this, dude,
where are you gonna put skin exposed?
Dude, you're gonna put your wallet, your phone. You know, it's like that means you have to either have a bag or someone has to carry
it. Get a fanny pack.
I've seen that work on Halloween.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. That's what most people do.
Actually, fanny packs are cool now, so it would be okay, I guess. But I'm just
ahead of the curve, is what you're saying.
Well, everything comes around and back again, but it's like this would actually be a terrible costume to go out to the bar with, honestly.
Yeah. Sarah Compass bought one of these and defended the costume, giving it a 5-star review. Sarah is so happy with this costume. You imagine you buy that piece of shit costume and then you go on there and give it a 5-star review and wrote,
no.
Why, she said, you all rave about how inspiring she is. She has the courage to do it all. What a powerful public figure she is. Why is it so offensive that people want to dress as a public figure? 70% of people dress up as a public figure. Sensitive hypocrites is what you are. Take off your Indian costumes then. Any presidential costumes. Any Egyptian princess costumes. All punk costumes. Pretty much don't dress up as anything because it will be offensive to someone somewhere.
I do agree with that.
Man. The whole point of Halloween is to dress up as something you're not and have fun.
Those terrible medals, by the way.
You guys are being way too sensitive and blowing this whole thing out of control. It was available on eBay, and then when eBay heard that
it was bad,
available, they were shocked and horrified. Immediately removed it. A spokesman apologized profusely. This item is absolutely not permitted. And the seller will be contacted directly by eBay. This is an outrage.
They're going to contact the record that sold it, or the person that sold it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. They're probably going to be arrested for this.
See these terrible metals, by the way, too? Terrible, dude.
Yeah, that's that poorly pressed plastic. There's all those like little nubs that come off that weren't cut right.
It looks like those the gold foil over a chocolate.
A gold medal in the Olympics does not just say number one on it.
Winner. What is the other? The other side says winner, and then there's number one. Yeah. Do we know for sure? Have you looked? Did I hate to death name him, but did Bruce Winner's medal say number one on one side and winner on the other?
Do not.
Because if they did, I owe them this company an apology. As do both.
I don't think any Olympic medal, gold medal, has ever had the number one on it.
I'm number one. These are great opportunities for virtuous people to come forward and state how virtuous they are.
Right.
So that's helpful to us.
Well, these costumes unfortunately sparked quite a backlash, and we've got amongst the national charity Stonewall. This is a reminder of how much is left to do to combat the abuse trans people face every day.
God, man.
This costume.
Fucking Halloween.
This costume reduces a marginalized group to the butt of a joke.
Halloween's done.
Off the shelves.
Halloween's done.
Fuck Halloween. It's
over.
over.
It's done. Fine.
Dr. Jane Hamlin, president of the Beaumont
Is
Society.
Halloween worth fighting for?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What can you go as? Like, can I go as? Oh, I'm going as me this year. I'll go as Jay.
You can go as a referee.
What are you this year, son? I went as Jay.
No, I'd be offended, dude. That's a misrepresentation of me.
Oh, my fucking. What do they call that? I'm to your look. What am I called?
Oh,
misappropriation.
Yeah, misappropriation.
Yeah, misappropriating.
Yeah,
dude, I can't even dress up as you.
No, you don't.
I think the thing is, if you think about it, and I'm being in a.
People have dressed up as you for Halloween before.
True, and I was terribly offended.
Yeah.
If you facetiously want to, like, you could come up with anything. A referee. I could just be like, why couldn't I at a party just be like, dude, I used to play sports and I have PTSD over referees. Hippies. Oh, I fucking hate hippies. This is offensive to me. That was a terrible thing for the country, hippies.
Why would someone have PTSD over a ref?
A bad call or something.
I mean, if that's enough to give you PTSD,
who can forget that
but
Desmond Howard interference in the end zone against Michigan State?
Yeah.
And see, to me, but my point is, like, to me, that's offensive to me. Someone's a referee, that's offensive to me.
Yeah.
I've had bad situations.
You can trigger people. Simply, he stopped the clock when he shouldn't have. You know, what was it, Spartan Bob?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Spartan Bob, that's triggering Michigan fans right now.
Allowed Jeff Smoker to go to TJ Duckett for the win.
Right. Oh, people are sobbing right now. They're turning the dial.
Like I'm
as if we're on a dial.
Chubbs' dad sitting there trying to I was sitting in the car with Chubbs' dad going ape shit, and I'm just like, dude. Oh, never mind. See, I got triggered. That's the point. I just got triggered.
Sorry about that. So Dr. Jane Hamlin said the transgender community has been getting quite a battering in the media recently because we would like to have the autonomy over our own identities. We've become accustomed to insensitive mockery, but had hoped that cisgender people had become tired of such stunts and realized it's not funny.
Fuck, man.
Actually, no, it is kind of fucking funny.
Let's just all be generally nice to each other. Can that be our thing going forward?
No one chooses to be trans.
Okay, we'll be generally nice to you.
I'm disappointed that anyone would want to sell this and hope that no one will want to buy it.
Guess what? That shit about you thinking you're a chick is funny, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a dick and balls. It's.
I know that was exactly where I was going with the story. It was like, you know what? I'm sorry, but if you can't see how someone might
find humor
a tiny bit giggle worthy,
a snigger, or two,
snigger.
I like to put the AH at
just a touch. You know, that, oh, wow, the most popular and famous athlete on the planet who won gold medals as a triathlon has chosen to cut his dick and balls off and is now throwing on a fucking hilarious dress and dolling himself up with 6-inch heels and is winning Woman of the Year awards.
Yeah.
If you can't see where maybe slightly someone might snigger at that a touch, then I'm sorry.
I put the H on it to emphasize it's.
I'm sorry. This is kind of, and comics should have had a field. Wait, does that medal say number one or winner?
I don't believe it says number one.
Sorry,
No.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's
How
the
disappointed
medal.
would you be if it just had a giant number one on it and winner on the back?
What Olympics were those? Was that Mexico City? Or
I don't
something?
actually know. I'm
Mexico
actually
City's
shocked.
the black fist. The guys raising their black fist, right?
That was
70.
yes.
I
I'm
believe that was
actually
Mexico
shocked
City.
by how small the medal is and how small like the necklace for it is compared to
Yeah.
like when we look at them now. Now they're always like these huge.
Oh right, with
Yeah.
the ribbon kind of instead
Yeah.
of the.
I've worn
The
an
link.
Olympic medal. I didn't earn
Have
it.
you really?
Yeah. Yep.
Tanis?
Tanith Belbin's silver medal she brought in, and I wore it.
Mhm.
around my neck. They're heavy, man. They're fucking
I bet,
awesome. Yeah. So yeah. By the way, my dad, when I was over, when I got my gallbladder out, which stinked.
I remember that.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I was hoping you guys would still remember that. When I went over there and I stayed there for a couple days and let my mommy take care of me and feed me and stuff.
Did you get soup and shit?
Yeah, she actually made a pot roast that was really good.
Nice.
Yeah. I could eat whatever I wanted though. She had fruits and stuff. That
Not
was
to take you
good.
off this unbelievable line of thought, but back to Bruce Jenner. It was Montreal.
Montreal. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now back to your mom's pot roast and fruit.
Yeah, it was great, but that's beside the point. My dad goes, "Hey, come here, Mike. I wanted to show you something." And he's such a fucking nerd. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude? You've been online like all fucking day."
You get a glimpse into how your parents act for a couple days in a row because you're over there.
Dude, he's on like forums with just like audiophile nerds. And he's just like, "Wow, the DX643 processing, subwoofer is fantastic." And it's just like, you fucking dork. What are you doing? And
what's his screen name?
That would be great to know.
Great question. I don't know. But he nerds out and he's fucking emailing nerds back, and they're all doing their nerd thing. And then
You think he gets erections during this, or
I don't know. I
Is it
didn't
that
notice one. I didn't notice one, but I wouldn't be surprised. And so he goes on. His TV is capable of, it's a smart TV, very, very smart, intelligent TV. So he can get YouTube on there and all that stuff. He goes on YouTube and watches videos of people going, "Yeah, we just got the new, you can see the subwoofer here with the tubes. This goes back to 1970, and the sound is magical." Some nerd. And he watches these people in 10-minute video increments just jacking each other off to these fucking, processors and all this audio stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, here's one of my favorites." And all of a sudden on the screen, boom, pops up a massive tranny. This fucking dude with huge tits and hair.
And Bob didn't realize it was a tranny? Or?
No, Bob knew.
Okay.
Bob goes, "Yeah, that used to be Pete." And Pete was one of the industry standards.
One of the foremost experts
on audio shit. And so my dad still wants this lady's opinion.
Yeah.
She's got this wall of fucking
the being you're talking about.
Yes, the being. The being. And so he's just like, "I gotta get through this." He's watching, and I can't remember what her name is, but
God.
I'm like, "Is all she do is like stereo shit?" He's like, No. Sometimes she'll do other stuff. She'll talk about being trans, and she came out recently, and then we all got.
Will
to
he
see
watch
her like
those
this.
videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, being trans is very difficult. This young lady. When I got my boobs, you don't realize how difficult it is to walk around with boobs. Opening a car door, a lot of times you will hit your own boobs.
It's a fucking dream,
I know. Yeah.
Stop bitching about it.
I know. And I'm like, I'm just like, what fucking universe am I living in? My dad is sitting on the couch watching a transgender lady, but she's really good at talking about these preamps. Got a lipstick and everything.
I'm just picturing the whole scene now. You're
Dude,
sitting
it's
there,
fucking hilarious.
You're sitting here from your surgery. Your mother's making you food, and your dad's
My
in the
mom was in
living
the
room
kitchen.
watching.
Tranny videos.
My mom was in the kitchen, and I go, "Mom, do you know what your husband's watching?" She goes, "Let me guess," and spit out the name of this person. I go, "Yep." It's like, yeah. He makes me watch the videos with him.
Oh my God.
Fucking hilarious.
Ooh, there's gonna be a conversation maybe coming soon for Mrs. Walters.
There you go. Anyway, in January, this wasn't the first costume to get in trouble, Amazon in trouble. Think about this, dude. Now,
Is this the Handmaiden's Tale one?
this is the Chinese fancy dress costume for kids.
Okay.
And so in the advertisement, the kids are all pulling their eyes back, making slanty eyes, and wearing this Chinese dress. Who the fuck would think that would be acceptable? Who the fuck would post that?
Are we to the point now where these companies are just drawing attention to themselves with outrageous conduct because they know everybody's going to lose their shit over it?
Maybe that could be.
Like these,
Dude.
this has to be a competitive industry, Mike.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true. It's
Halloween
only, and it's
USA.
one day a year.
It is.
But dude, in the advert, they've got these child models pulling their eyes into slits.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They doing buck teeth too?
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, with the what is that hat? That rice hat or whatever?
Yeah.
You
The
know?
rice hat.
Yes, very good.
You know the one.
I don't know what it's called. Was that offensive? Do I owe people an apology for calling it a rice hat? Damn it. Durin. See if you can find that a picture. Of that. I'd love to see, what they thought they could get away with. But you're probably right. It's like, look, guys, we're gonna take a mountain of shit for this.
People are going to hit our
But
site. You know.
It's gonna be international press.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna find it funny. We're gonna sell a shit.
Yeah, we're not breaking any laws here.
The amount of chink costumes we're gonna sell on the back of this advert is gonna be worth it.
Is this okay?
Oh my god.
Dude, that is kind of...
Chinese boy fancy
Yes.
dress costume.
Why would
Very
you...
good.
It is. It's clickbait. It's got to be.
It has to be. Well, they pulled it down. Amazon was like, oh, sorry about that. We didn't know.
Hey, buddy. PC Solutions. They are Michigan's premier managed IT service provider, and they prefer Acer computers, and they are an Acer authorized service provider with a direct link to the manufacturer. They can easily compete with Dell, HP, or Lenovo on performance and meet or beat those products and costs. Hey, we know how good our Acer screens here are.
I don't want to speak for
Crystal
anyone else
clear.
in the room, but I would go as far as to say this Acer monitor is the best and clearest monitor we've ever had here.
I'm telling you, there is a difference. Sitting here and looking over at Asus's monitor, it popped.
It does.
The first day that it got hooked up over here by Aaron, the A-Train, I came in and boom, it popped. It
So
popped to me.
they still sell Acer, so you can still buy them if you want to see what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Contact PC Solutions, who is available 24/7, 365 to support any size company anywhere. Call Aaron 517-787-9934.
A bomb has been found near Hillary and Bill Clinton's New York home. Where are they at?
Chappaquiddick?
Is it Chappaquiddick?
Maybe.
Where they're
That
at?
sounds familiar.
Upstate New York.
Yeah.
Is that where she was walking in the woods after the loss?
Yeah.
And someone found her and took a selfie with her.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I still wonder if that was real.
I know, right?
I don't really believe it.
Was it her and her dog or something? Or
Yes.
Why was it so unbelievable that she'd be out for a walk with her?
I don't know. With those cankles, I just can't see her walking a lot.
I can see her walking. I don't know that all of a sudden a person just ran into Hillary Clinton a little bit after this loss, especially when the night of the loss, it was known now that she was just throwing a fit and shit like that.
It was probably she was screaming into her pillow so much, and Bill was like, "Would you take that outside? Just go scream into the woods or something, man." And so she probably went deep into the woods and was just screaming her head off, And then when she was coming back out after she calmed herself down, she ran into someone.
Yeah, that's the thing. If that photo was real, I think you would have seen more like the eyes puffy, like she'd been crying. I don't think you just see her being happy and just.
No, she was a good sport. Remember, she came out.
A real good sport, yeah.
As soon as it announced that she was in fact going to lose, and she went out and
accepted the results.
That was such a funny night because obviously the one aspect is we have Trump winning the presidency. But then it's like all the Democrats were at that convention, just no thought for 1 second she was going to lose. They had it all planned out when the balloons were going to fall, this and that, and they start leaving, and then just
remember they bought a fireworks display.
Yep.
And then they had to return it.
And then
thank God they kept the receipt.
I just remember the
Podesta, right?
Yep.
Had to come out with his crazy red ring, his decoder ring. Remember that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Shit. Yeah, and he had to come out and address the crowd.
Right, because we're all sitting here like,
too.
okay, usually the loser comes out and gives a concession speech, and it's like, yeah.
Not when the election is stolen from you, E.
Yeah, by Russians.
That's right.
And then the next day, remember, she finally did the consent, and even that was like an hour later than it was supposed to be at 1.
Yes, we're all like waiting. Come on. It was like her one last control over anything.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Set fucking women back, in my opinion. It's like, dude, this is the way even Al Gore was able to put up a brave face with the whole hanging Chad election with George W. Bush, and was able to go out there. I know.
Well, after 4 months of decision making,
I know, but he lost. That was brutal.
Yeah,
that thing went up to the Supreme Court, and he still came out like that day and was like, congratulations to my opponent. And here she is like, oh my God. Buckled at the knees, sobbing in her hotel room.
With 27 different ways that she lost.
Yeah.
None of them including her.
Yeah, she was the only thing that wasn't the problem.
There's the selfie. I don't know why you find that unbelievable, E, that she would go for a walk in the beautiful
it is
upstate New York.
Because I don't see her as a human, and I know how mad she was about that.
You can program a robot to go walk outside.
Absolutely, you can. All you got to do, dress her in warm clothes, program her to have that perma smile, and then just have it go walk a mile and come back.
Yeah.
I don't believe that this person happened upon Hillary Clinton after this situation, and she was. I just don't.
Okay.
He is a conspiracy theorist. He thinks this was a scam and a setup, as if that was going to like make her president or something.
I know.
This is our last ditch effort. Make me look human with a fucking lady and her baby in the park. So anyway, another device, a bomb, was addressed to former President Obama. It's been intercepted by Secret Service in D.C. The devices were discovered. This
Soros
morning.
too, right? Soros, Clinton's, and
he got
Obama.
one like a week ago or something, like in his mailbox.
Dude, this is deeply troubling. This is what happens when the country, slivers of the country are watching propaganda videos all day long on CNN and Fox News.
Yep,
and they are buying into propaganda all day long on CNN and Fox News. You get the Steve Scalise issue, and then you have this happen.
The problem with this is, for all you people that are thinking about mailing bombs to people you disagree with politically, none of those fucking people open their own mail. You think President Obama is like, oh man, look at President Clinton. Oh man,
what do we got here? Bills.
Hey, Hillary, did you pay AT&T yet?
Oh shit, another 20% off Bed Bath and Beyond.
Right.
Oh man, they keep sending me junk mail. This LPL Financial, I tell you what, I get more fucking stuff from them. Hillary, can you write them an email and tell
another
them
proxy notice from LPL Financial?
I got it, guys. Murph, please stop with the proxy notices. Jesus Christ, fill up my mailbox. No, these guys are not. Secret Service is opening their mail. So if you're gonna kill anyone, it's gonna be a Secret Service agent. Like when that story came out that someone sent, was it ricin? Is that the name of that poison? To Trump. And it's like those people that work in the mailroom at the White House in full hazmat. I was like, oh, wow, they had to put the hazmat suits on to deal with this rice thing. It's like, no.
They just do that.
That's how they go to work.
Oh, my God.
They're in the mailroom in full head-to-toe shit.
Never thought about that. That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts? And so if you think you're just going to like drop something in Bill and Hillary's mailbox and they're going to be like, oh,
they're going to saunter into the kitchen.
Hillary, check this out. Someone sent us a metal tube, man. Let's open it up. See what this is all about. Like, no, you're not. They're not opening their own mail. Neither is Obama. You know, these people are on a different fucking level. Investigators do believe there's a link between the Soros one. The one thing that stands out to me in this story, a bomb has been found near Hillary and Bill's home. Are they trying to take credit for a fucking death scare that wasn't even meant for them? Like, how close to their home?
And bomb is pretty loosey-goosey, you know?
Yeah.
What is a bomb these days?
Dude, you could just grab some PVC piping and tape a fucking wire to it. There's attempt on my life, man. So if it's found in the park down the block from your house, it's like, well, Bill and Hillary live close by. It must be meant for them.
Yeah, we need more on this. To the Astronome couch, Jesus.
Yeah, there you go. But you're absolutely right. To your point, Jay, this is what we've been saying all along. When you have such poisonous propaganda rhetoric,
drip
every day, 24 hours a day, every single day of the year, from CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, even the networks now are doing it. And they know they're doing this selfishly for ratings. There's no doubt about it. It's a TV show. But people are buying it and listening to it as if it's actually real. You know, I heard people are, I was watching Fox last night, people are like, this is an outrage. You know, Eric Holder is saying, you know, when people are down, we kick them. I'm like, that's not even close to what he fucking said, you asshole. Like, I get it. It was a stupid thing to say when he's like, Michelle said, you know, when they go low, we go high. And I say, when they go low, we kick them. But he didn't say when someone's down, we kick them. Like, you're not
send bombs to these people.
You're not representing what was truly said. Just be fucking honest. These people sound like assholes enough. You don't need to spin it in some way that makes your side look all fucking awesome and the other guy look evil. It's bullshit. But unless you're watching both sides, you don't fucking get that. And so, yeah, Steve Scalise, you know, the fucking majority whip takes one in the hip, almost dies. And now we're sending bombs to Hillary and Obama and George Soros. Like,
we got Rand Paul getting stuck in his own lawn.
Yeah, Boucher taking him out. Oh, God, I would give anything to see video.
Some high quality H2O.
How much would you pay? Would you like give up one of your kids for like a year? If we could get closed caption of Boucher just trucking across the lawn.
Mama! Yeah, whipping across.
Bam! Rand's got those giant fucking, you know, noise canceling headphones on as he's mowing the lawn. And just to see his head whip back when he gets 6 ribs blown out from Bobby Boucher. Oh, I'd give E's life
yeah,
to see a video
absolutely,
of that.
yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you're talking.
Candidate for Rhode Island Attorney General. E sent me this story, so it's not properly been vetted. Do we have video of this, E?
Yeah, it's
He spelled out the N-word, which is always a good move.
What?
Yeah, at a high school event.
Like YMCA style? What are we talking about? Fun to stay at the-
kind of.
N-I-G-G-E-R. I put the H on the end of it.
N-I-G-G-E-R.
Alan Gordon, a member of the Compassion Party.
Uh-huh. Is he playing hangman on stage? What's he doing?
No, they said people who annoy you.
Lynchman?
They said people who annoy you, and they gave you the N blank G-G-E-R.
Right. Oh, okay.
And he was like, I know it, but I don't think I should say it. Maybe it was that. So he showed up at North Kingston High School Tuesday, where he had his opponent, Peter Narana, fielded questions from students. Gordon became absolutely irate after Narona used the word marijuana twice. Yeah, Gordon claimed marijuana is a racist term. And when they were talking about this debate at the school beforehand,
I'm confused already. But
you cannot bring that word up. Do not say marijuana. It is a racist term. All parties agreed. This guy apparently, Alan Gordon, Gordon and...
wanted to trigger him, so he's like, marijuana.
Yeah. Well, Ann Armstrong is a member also of the Compassion Party, and she's running for governor. And she and Gordon run a cannabis healing clinic, and the word marijuana is extremely offensive to them because it's rooted in racial stereotypes. He was
Come on, man! God damn it! Let me off this planet!
I know. I'm trying.
Let me
dude,
off.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to stop it. It's harder than you think to stop. Gordon promised before the event he would not say marijuana, and when he said it at the second time, Gordon lost his shit. And
so where does spelling out the N-word come in?
I don't know. Gordon and Armstrong were reportedly busted a few weeks back with 48 pounds of pot. So I hope that's your next governor. And what is he running for? Whatever he's running for. So let me see the video here, E.
That's like saying N-I-G-G-E-R.
Hell yeah! Of course he's got a great ponytail. Of course he does.
Let's go!
That was it right there. He obviously.
No, he didn't.
Oh my God!
The kids in the crowd are like, oh my God. They know that this thing's going so fucking viral.
World Star! That word is so offensive. It's like saying N-I-G-G-E-R.
Why is this word used so frequently? So I just don't understand it. And I'm trying to understand it. I need help.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't use that word again. You know what I mean? Like, that's the hope.
I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. I will never say any form of nigga. I'm cured of that.
I'm cured of that.
Dude, Paul Dawson, the teacher in the clips there, it's as far as the World Wide Web goes, I don't know how many videos are out there, probably hundreds. I mean, if you compile all the videos on the web.
Don't forget about the Brazilian tire before you carry on with the sentence.
Brazilian tire is a distant second to Paul Dawson. Paul Dawson is the greatest fucking internet video of all time.
Don't forget about the guy parking it like a boss after whipping through the friggin' auto wash at 35 miles an hour.
What about the dirt face too? Shit.
Don't forget about the lady swinging the proops on the leash
that's a
and
good
hitting the
one.
other lady.
What about Nana getting a face full of shit on her nose and not immediately reacting? She's like, what's going on? What's going on with a glob of shit on her nose? E, can I see the tire to the Brazilian man's head, please?
It's my favorite thing on the internet.
Yeah. Paul Dawson is dynamite, but maybe
there's
you're right.
no way he's better than the Brazilian tire.
Is it the fact that you can see the tire coming?
It's just so spot on. The universe cannot be denied. When the universe decides something's going to happen.
Like right here, he's like, hon, where do you want to go to lunch?
Yeah,
like his whole day is planned out.
Just walking down
it's
the
just
sidewalk.
Oh,
here it comes.
1, 2, 3, and...
God damn it! God damn it, is that good? Everything about it is perfect.
I love if you pay attention, this guy doesn't move, but this guy panics and starts to run the other way, remember?
Yes.
Back it up, E. We got to see this
As
again.
if he's going to be in trouble somehow.
Yeah.
I want to see it all the way. I want to see from the tire back here on the grass. I mean,
it hits the grass and there's a dust up.
Here it comes. Look out, man.
Heads up! Heads up! Oh, no! Oh no!
Oh shit! I love it. I love it so much.
I know. Isn't it the gift that keeps on giving?
Fuck. He's so out at the very moment.
Dude, he's out for like an hour at least. How he's not dead is amazing. But you know what? His head. I mean, that.
One more time.
One.
The truck gets out of the way. It's beautifully done.
Heads up, sir. He just gets dotted.
Instantly out.
Yeah. The moment rubber hits the fucking skull, the first hair in his head is hit. He's unconscious.
Wow.
He's got no time to get his hands down. And you know what? Thank God this played out like it did. That tire probably would have broken a store window. You know what I mean? Like, it so deadened that tire. Remember we watched that?
Yes.
Boom. Like, it stopped the tire.
Yeah.
His noggin stopped the tire from breaking a window.
Yes.
This guy's a hero.
Look at the force he took out of that.
Does he lose his paperwork too?
No, he doesn't. I don't think. Actually,
No, fumble. He held onto the ball.
He did.
He's got important documents, business documents in his hands. Back it up. Look at that. How does he not drop the ball?
I have no idea. The wherewithal to hold on to those important business documents.
They can review that all day. There's no way the other team gets the ball.
No. Amazing.
I could just sit here like this over and over again.
And it's the fact that he didn't die. Like, if we were watching a fucking snuff film right now,
Yeah.
I'd watch it once. I'd never watch it again. But
It would be hilarious, but not nearly as funny. Not nearly
hilarious
as
for
funny.
a second.
Actually, we
All
probably
these
wouldn't
things
even
have to
watch
happen,
it.
by the way. Look
No,
at this
no, I
truck
couldn't
here.
watch it. I know.
Has to move.
He has to move outside of that banner. You know, it's for the full view. He's front. He's right in the middle of the frame.
I know. It's just, it almost seems like
Dynamite.
a setup, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where did that tire come from even?
Who knows? Somewhere.
It's coming in hot. That's for
And
sure.
To my own point, Jay, someone over the weekend sent me and said, this video rivals the tire video, and sent it to me. And I saw in the title of it, man dies after, and I was like, no, not interested.
Yeah,
I didn't. And it was like, I wanted to, because this video is so fucking good. If someone's going to dare put it out there that it rivals this video, is that possible?
No.
The only reason this video is the funniest thing on the net is because he lived in his pain. Actually, he's not Chinese, is he? He's
No, he's Indian.
Brazilian, man.
Brazilian.
Jeez. No, you idiot. Can we agree on the fucking continent? Everybody. Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brazilian.
Hey, buddy. College tackle is heating up. So stop by the Hamlin Pub to watch your favorite team on one of their numerous TVs and enjoy sports specials like $7 medium hand-tossed pizzas, boneless wings, or the Nacho Supreme. Of course, these specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pub locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township.
Jay, when did escalators become such badasses?
Wow. It seems like the last couple of years we've had some real incidents, haven't we?
Yeah. Didn't
Isis
someone
and I
get ground up in one?
Isis, yes.
Like in the gears?
Absolutely. Ground inside there. But Isis and I handled one of these in extra content the other day. I think it was a guy's shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His collar, which I still don't. He was drunk as fuck, though. Wasn't it like 4 in the morning?
Yeah, for sure.
And it just choked him out.
New York subway, I believe.
You know, that's why they have those those dumb warnings on shredders where they show a person with a tie.
Yes.
And they put like the circle slash through it because you don't want to get pulled in by the tie.
They said he was trying to free himself, and people around him were trying to. And it's like, don't you think, dude, if your collar or your shirt got caught in the thing, you could
rip
rip the fucking shirt off?
Yeah.
You think that somebody could if they saw it?
Yeah, but it's probably 4:30 in the morning. He's probably drunk as fuck.
He
Maybe
is.
It's kind of like, gross.
But there were people that came running to him that were trying desperately. It took paramedics coming to rip the shirt off. I'm like, you would think that, you know, just like adrenaline alone would allow you to just like.
Nobody's
like
got a
Hulk.
6-inch blade. New York City. Come on.
No shit. Great point. You would think you could David Banner that thing, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Or is it David Banner?
It is.
Yeah. In that moment, you could just fucking rip that thing right off. But anyway, this is an unrelated escalator story, and this happened in Italy, in Rome. And what is this? Was there a football game that they were anticipating coming up over there? Actual football?
Yes, international football.
Russia team versus the Italy team. And so there's an escalator, and it's packed. It's one of these that's like, usually there's, you know, maybe someone 3 steps in front of you. This one is packed, and for some reason
it goes Ari.
Yeah. I guess they were jumping on it and singing songs, and the escalator was just like, fuck this, shifted into 6th gear and floored it. Pedal to the metal is what.
I didn't know they could go this fast.
I didn't either, but we have video of it.
Look at it.
It's a roller coaster.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Hold on, we're gonna pile up at the bottom here.
Yeah, people start jumping into the middle part.
Course. That's the move, right?
Absolutely, it's the move. Like, at what point does it go from like, this is fucking badass to, a shade of terror there?
Yeah.
See it again, Easus.
Fuck.
Oh, Easus. God damn you to hell!
You have to pause it, Easus.
I was ready to.
Oh my
God.
God.
I still.
He's on to the next
I do
thing.
not want to see a fucking Hello Harvest Meyer commercial, Easus. You know that we've been through this.
I had the button there and I freaking hit the
Don't
wrong
we deserve
spot.
this as humans, though? I mean, we've created moving staircases.
Yeah.
Don't we deserve every now and then for those to go awry and
To fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Turn on us a little bit. Yeah. And plus, no one's going to die from that. I mean, you're on the. It's not like it threw you off the ride 20 feet in the
It's
air.
not
I don't
so
know about
fast
that.
that there were head injuries. I wouldn't think. Maybe there's some,
I could see someone dying from that.
Could you?
Yeah, down at the bottom. If you were the first, if you were one of the first.
Your head just right.
One person's foot was partially severed.
Well, I mean, if you
really?
That's what they said.
Oh shit.
Which stinks. I'm not going to try to spin that.
Discounting that?
No, I'm not going to discount. 20 people were hurt. One person's foot was partially severed. I don't know what that means.
All right, who's the first person on here who realizes that this is not just fun? Maybe the guy in the green.
Slow it down. Slow it down, guys. Yeah. Okay. What's your question? Who's the first person to what, Jay?
Realize this isn't just fucking badass.
Yeah.
Because that would be my first thought. Fuck
green,
yes!
Green
guy in the
shirt,
green, right?
Green, yeah.
Yeah.
Green shirt guy is like, his head turned like, wait.
Yeah. This ain't right.
And then these quick thinkers that are like, fuck this. It's one of those where there's a divider between the escalator going up and going down. You can picture that. And it's just a metal
stainless steel divider between two escalators. Yeah.
And so as this thing's cooking, and you can see there's a pileup of 100 people at the bottom of this thing hauling balls that I'm on.
People start to jump on.
They start to jump into the middle rack, which is definitely the move.
They're flying.
I wonder
why we deserve this. Absolute passengers, though, and we do as humans deserve this.
Can we see the bottom and see if we can see reaction of people turning back to see who's going to land on them, or is there anything we can pick up down there?
Yeah, we need another angle. There's got to be another closed circuit angle from the bottom. Looking at the bottom of this thing.
I don't mean to be nitpicky, but go back a little bit. Is the guy that's trying to pull bodies out of the pile, is he premature in that? Because there's more people coming.
Oh,
don't you think you wait till it finishes piling people onto the pile and then we start pulling them out?
Wait for the whole tragedy to occur.
Yeah.
And then react to it.
So back it up, E.
Let the tragedy finish.
Yes, let's let it play out. Look at this guy. Dude, what are you doing? He's dragging people out of here already. These aren't even done yet.
But there's still more people coming.
I know.
Gross.
Yeah,
no, I think you do need to start pulling them out, dude.
I think you let the ride finish, then we assess the pile up that we're dealing with, and then you start pulling people out. I mean, that's what I would do.
I don't know how I would react to a tragedy like that.
That seems absurd to me, but
that's what I would do if I was in charge.
I'm glad you weren't there.
If I was there in charge of the platform at the base of the tragedy there, if that was my job, I would go, hold on, get out, you're in the way. Let the ride finish, let the other people pile onto the top, and then we'll start pulling people apart. That's how I would handle it. E gets in there all panicked and rushed, trying to drag people. You're going to get more people injured, E.
I don't think so. Okay.
So yeah, maybe to the Astronom file with this, because I'd like to know more about the partially severed foot.
Yeah, and I want
know what that means.
I want an angle showing the bottom.
Someone had to be on that ride with their cell phone going, right? I mean, everyone films everything nowadays. Somebody had to.
Hey, everybody, Spooktacular Savings. They are back from the dead with our repulsive friends Zot, Ford, and Holly. For the month of Rocktober, you can lease a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $57 a month. This squeamishly haunting deal, Mike, will be gone before you know it. So slither your way to Zot Ford to see our zomberific friends and get your ghoulish new Ford Escape as low as $57 a month. Check out the bone-chilling deals and horrifying inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Hey, Jay, let's take a quick time out, and we'll come back. Guy fell to his death.
Okay.
Guy fell to his death during his bachelor party, I believe. He was about to get married off a cruise ship. We'll tell you about him and much more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Detroitcast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Welcome back to the Detroitcast with Mike and Jay. And, it's on the fence of whether or not I should bring this up to you, Jay. I think, I don't want to get...
I can take it. I can take it.
Do you know you're on the outs with T-Roy right now?
Oh, what'd I do?
Yeah, well, he is... I don't want to say he's irate.
Did I leave the seat up?
No. Apparently...
I park in his spot?
No, one day last week you sent him an image and offered him some whiskey. Whiskey that Paul had for years. And you know, in T-Roy's defense, I saw the image you sent him, and it appeared to be fifths and gallons, and you know.
Well, I'm not done with my delivery. Hold on. Don't call me a Native American giver yet.
Well,
because I have not finished my delivery of this.
I said, "Oh, T-Roy, did you see that Jay left you a box of tiny little airport bottles of whiskey over there?" He's like, "Yeah."
You're kidding.
Yeah, bro. I know.
Yeah, promise me more than that.
He's like,
take a look at this image.
Feel like
Johnny Walker black and red and all this shit.
Look at this picture.
Yeah,
it's Johnny Black. That's Johnny Walker right there, dude. That's a fifth.
All right.
That's Chivas. That's a gallon of Chivas. And then I feel like I was promised one thing in the images, and then you know the delivery didn't live up to its goods. So I don't know what's going on, bro.
Dude, did you read the note I left him? I said this will get you started, T-Roy.
Well,
a brief bit of background. So
why would you want to do that to him though? To send him like this glorious
dude, I gave him a half gallon of Chivas and what
you essentially did is you showed him a 9-foot Christmas tree loaded with presents around it, and then he got down there and he's got a fucking sock full of coal. And a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I mean, come on. You're better than that, Jay.
Look, man.
You're better than that. I said I wouldn't expect it, T-Roy. We know how Jay is. He's not going to deliver on that. He's not a giver.
Here's where I'm
Jay's
at.
a taker.
Here's where I'm at. All right. So Paul used to be a
drunk,
lush. He was not. He never drank. That's the thing about this. So
was it just because it was in the 70s and people just had
60s and 70s? He was a
player. He was a big deal, and so people would give him whiskey. Was he just a teller?
What? No, he wasn't.
You kind of went when I went. I was trying to give Paul some props there.
Yeah, he's a big player. I don't know. He was like the president of a bank or some shit.
Yeah,
downtown,
Bank of America.
Right?
He was their chairman.
Wasn't.
That's what I meant. Was not their chairman. Anyway,
the dude collected a lot of bottles of liquor over the holidays for many consecutive years in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and he never drank, so he'd just throw it in this closet in his basement downstairs.
Yeah.
And late in like high school, college, like Gab was just pulling out everything vodka. Like she'd just show up to, is this any good? Be like, yeah, that's a bottle of Stoli's. That's good. You know.
I said that to try. I go, dude, do you remember like when Gab would show up at a party? She would always have like a fifth of something, and it was like, where the fuck? How do your parents not know? She would show up with a whole fifth.
Because there was a closet about 12 feet deep of just bottles of shit, and they're all in the gift boxes still and all this stuff.
Paul was popular with his employees. He
didn't notice anything until they went to move, which is probably about 15, 20 years ago now. They go to move out of this house, and he's pulling out all this stuff. He's like, boy, we got a lot of brown liquor here, but not much vodka or anything.
Where's all the vodka?
Yeah, and Gab's like, oh, shit. But anyway, so
what's with all the empty boxes?
Yeah,
with bows on top.
When they go to move, they're downsizing, and so they're like, all right, Jay and Gab take some of this, and then her brother takes some of it.
You guys are borderline alcoholics. You take this stuff, and you're like, fuck yeah.
And we're just not hard alcohol drinkers anymore. And so this stuff is just sat in our basement or garage forever. And I'm going through it, and partly because I'm like, look, I don't want to tempt my kids here with like 32 bottles of whiskey.
That's why that thing tasted so watered down. Yes, now I know it's going. Your kids have been trained in just filling it back up with water and stuff. Tastes like apple cider.
So I'm like, all right, who's a whiskey guy? I'm like, I bet T-Roy's, you know.
What up, fam?
Yeah. So I snapped a picture of just one of the cabinets I'm taking this shit out of. I'm like, dude, you a whiskey drinker? You want some of this shit?
Yeah, it was like gallons and gallons of beautiful, gorgeous, unopened whiskey. And then he's got, I don't know, 6 airline bottles of whiskey upstairs. I'm just telling you, he felt a bit shortchanged. That's all. I'm not saying it's
I was very clear in the note that
this,
there's more coming.
All right.
Okay. So.
All right. I'll let him know. You know, he was like, dude, I don't even want to be in the house when Jay's there. Fuck that shit. It's bullshit.
There's a hiccup in that the brother wants some of it back, and it's just there's some hiccups.
No, it was promised to T-Roy. Dude, honor your word.
Like,
honor your word. Don't be a Native American giver. No one likes a Native American giver. He said, I didn't even want to bring this up, dude. You made this happen, and I just wanted to address it before it got out of control. That's all.
And I should add, if he wants to go sell those little bottles, there's a good chance he can make about $500 because the first thing he told me was, shit, man, my dad, when he died, passed away, left like 20 of these things.
Found them in the garage.
Yeah, my neighbor was like, hey, man, put those aside. Those are worth, whatever.
Yeah,
and
apparently
these are
a lot of money.
Yeah, these are little airplane bottles from the 60s. So I'd probably throw them on
I think
eBay
Don,
or something. I don't know if you can sell liquor on eBay. Probably can't.
By the way, I figured out yesterday, Troy's initials are TDC.
No shit.
Yeah. Troy
That
Donald
son of a
Courtney.
bitch.
Yeah. And so I was like, dude, he's like, that's why I want to get one of your sweatshirts that says TDC. It's like, yeah, you have to. You should probably get a tattoo too. But he was telling me, he's like, yeah, dude, Don collected, like different bottles of shit, which is why he had all those. And I think he collected one that was like extremely rare. It was like an Elvis Presley doll filled with this. Where he's like, yeah, cracked it open and drank it.
Oh,
fucking
shit.
worthless.
Wow.
Absolutely
T-Roy.
worthless now. Yeah. So TDC did that. And then, if that's not bad enough, now he's dealing with your whole incident, where you gave him just like a sample.
More is on the way.
A morsel of what he was promised.
More is on the way, T-Roy.
All right.
Don't worry.
All right. Just want to have to get between you two. That's all. Florida man has died after his own bachelor party. After he fell on a cruise ship that was headed to the Bahamas. Chris McGrory celebrating his upcoming December 1st wedding when he tragically fell to his death aboard a Paradise Cruise Line ship.
Oh, so he falls from deck to deck. He's not falling off the side and drowning.
Yeah, he chose to go deck to deck instead of overboard into water. Yeah, weird. The boat was 13 miles east of the port when the U.S. Coast Guard received a call for help around 8 p.m. and arrived with a crew, fire and rescue. He was brought ashore and taken to St. Mary's Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. Marsha Lehman was a passenger on the ship and a witness. She came around the corner. She's like, I've had someone had a heart attack, and then I saw the blood. Oh, what a bummer that would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's gonna ruin that night's
buffet.
Well, yeah, that too probably. But what's the one where the
limbo contest?
The limbo contest is gonna be fucking ruined. Like that's for tomorrow, folks. I'm not in a limbo mood right now. You know what I mean? So all we could see was pools and pools of blood and a white sheet. He fell above us, so it had to have been either the 10th or 11th deck. He was engaged to be married to Jessica Arnett. Good news, boys. Jessica Arnett is back on the market.
Jesus.
Do we know?
Pull
See if you
up
can
her
find a
Instagram.
nude video or anything like that of her.
Okay.
So she wrote a tribute to him on Monday with a heavy, heavy broken heart. It kills me to write that. He just kills.
Wow. You can't
Bad
use the
choice
word
of
kill.
words. Yeah. Guy's smashed on a fucking ship deck, and you're using that. Kills me to write. No, it killed him.
Kills me to write this. I feel dead inside.
No, what would kill you is falling off the 11th deck of the cruise ship. Writing this note is absolutely not going to kill you.
I mean, we fell for each other immediately.
Oh, see, that wouldn't have been good either.
Just stepping in it.
This all seems surreal, but I should tell you, my sweet, sweet Chris was in a tragic accident and has passed away. I'm at a loss for words. See, that's not true. Like everything you're doing right here is words.
We just read 3 sentences.
I mean,
inappropriate, albeit, but 3 sentences.
Yeah, So you're absolutely. So now it goes with credibility because she's
Can't believe
not,
anything else she says right from here on.
That man was my true love and best friend. Please keep us all in your prayers. Arnett's grandmother Jean said McGrory was the love of her life, and I'm like, wait, what? He was banging a Nana too? Because, dude, am I reading this wrong? Arnett's grandmother Jean
ways
said
to read that, yeah.
McGrory was the love of her life. I'm like, wow, what a triangle.
Scandalous.
You're banging this chick and her Nana? Holy shit.
I have not seen your Nana this happy in years.
Jean does not know what happened at the bachelor party. The boat continued to the Bahamas, though, so they were like, just drag him off and let's get on to the Bahamas.
I mean, no use turning the boat around.
There's nothing we can do now, you know what I mean?
Can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Absolutely not. Try as you may with all the king's men, horses, all of them. Do we have you can't find even a nude picture?
I don't know. There's a lot of Jessica Arnett's out there probably. I mean,
Jesus, can we get a goddamn headshot at least?
Yeah. Not of her former fiance.
I know.
Just of her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Really? You don't?
Yeah,
I mean,
don't.
You've got a Bing machine in front of you. You have a name, Jessica Arnett.
Okay, you want to look at the Jessica Arnett's of
yes,
the world?
just pull something over, man.
Fine. Here, I'll just.
I would go Florida.
I would go Florida, Jessica Arnett, and then add
engaged.
Okay, so there's some potential.
There's
we know that
absolutely
there's
potential.
Morgan Freeman. Or Jessica Arnett that looks a lot like Morgan Freeman.
Did Morgan bang Jessica Arnett? Is that what we're to believe? I would go.
Too much time in the math room and not enough time learning the English language.
I would go Jessica Arnett, boat, fiance, Florida. Behemoths.
Yeah, that would work.
You think so?
I think so. I think Bing could pick that up and work with it.
Properly spaced, between words.
Yeah.
Capitalized Florida.
What do we got, E?
Boom.
I don't think.
Okay,
this
there
is
you go.
it because,
I think that is it.
I don't think that's what he looked like in my maybe.
Let's see what we're dealing with.
How do you know that's not?
Maybe I don't know. That's what.
He just decided. He had an image in his head of what he and she looked like, and that didn't
Well, I know
fit
what he
his
looks
image.
like. That could be somebody else, obviously. I guess.
Okay, well, she's back on the market.
I think that's probably her.
I mean, to be nitpicky, Jay, but
no, that's not being nitpicky, Mike.
Is it just a touch troll? I don't want to pile on. Terribly
Nice.
sorry for her loss, but
Dark black hair. What?
Nothing. What's wrong with it? She's got gorgeous eyes. Anyway, did you see this old folks home, Jay? Elderly female residents. Fucking Randy Minks, man. All of these bitches. They were visited and served up a 3-course meal by butlers in the nude.
Whoa.
Yeah. The care home granted the wish of their elderly residents and hired a group of naked butlers who served the ladies up a 3-course dinner. There were 23 guests in total. Claire Martin, activities coordinator at the Milton Lodge, runs a Sparkle initiative where staff raise money to grant the wishes of residents. And of course, 89, Joan Corp, 89-year-old Joan Corp. Of course, it's that little Randy Minks that initiated all of this, started this whole thing. Whenever you ask Joan what she wanted for her wish, she's like, a man.
She wants some dick.
Yeah, she wants some D. Give me that D.
God, it reminds you, these old folks were once people.
Yeah. Right. So we weren't surprised when we're like, all right, Joan, what do you want for your birthday? A man. I want some D. And they're like, what do you want for your wish? I know, a man. And so they're like,
She does not want a vibrator. She wants a fucking dude.
So they found a company out there called Hunks and Trunks. You could work for Hunks and Trunks.
No, I could not actually, based on the images I see.
Guys, I've got an idea for a business. Thinking Hunks and Trunks. Yeah. So when they turned up, we had to let them know what we wanted them to do. Like, look, there is a gaggle of old birds in here, and they're gonna get grabby.
Yeah.
Touchy. That's what they do. They're 90s.
Their tickers are less than stellar, so take it easy, gentlemen.
The ladies had a fucking blast. They got a roast. They got a roast dinner, and they were able to bring their daughters and granddaughters. Just sharing the D with your fucking daughters and granddaughters. The butlers were also asked to do some little bit of flirting. Like get in there and just helicopter right in front of Nana's nose. That kind of thing. Don't clip her with it.
Look at that guy. Oh my God.
Look at that. She's into black D, dude. Look at that. Look at how happy that Nana is. Boy, if that shirt doesn't scream Nana, I don't know what does.
Sensible polyester,
Floral. Boy, they love floral, don't they?
They do.
Is that something where you hit a certain age and it's like, fuck, I gotta go floral?
It's just pretty. It's just pretty,
It
Mike.
is. Yeah, it reminds me of my garden.
Yeah. It's purple, pinks. It's pretty.
Doll Jenkins.
Hold on, man. Does that hunk in the trunk on the right look like a young John McCain?
Sure.
Or maybe a not so young John McCain?
Yeah. Boy, is she gazing into his eyes.
Boy.
Are her nips hard?
Oh, God.
I can't tell.
Look at this image here.
Oh, fuck yeah. That is a hunk in a trunk. Dude, put some pants on. He's got a bubble butt. It's not appealing.
Yeah, he has like
probably to them though, it's still better than what they're looking at. I mean,
he has like those, like cottage cheese looking dimple action going on his ass.
Which is fine, but we're done getting nude in public, right? That should be the rule. You would expect nothing less, Jay, from Doll Jenkins, oldest bird there, 99. And, Doll had a fucking blast and immediately was like, my birthday's coming up. I'm going to be 100. And we need to bring these guys back. These women were soaking through their polyester and leaving wet spots on the seats at dinner. I mean, these ladies had a fucking blast. Well, Doll's closing in.
You asked if you could see her nips. I don't think so. I think those are just sharp knees.
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah.
Look at that dumb shirt. Seriously. Where do they get their hair cut and where do they get these shirts?
She's like, there's a Negro touching me. Doesn't she look like she's got to look like, help? There's a Negro with his arm around me.
Yes.
She doesn't look too happy
or excited about that.
About the guy she's got.
Well, it's good to see they're still serving white people food and stuff. That's what I remember from the
look like
old
a
days.
fucking owl or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a human being.
Yeah.
The hell is going on there?
Boy, oh boy, that is like you go to Nana's R Us, and there are racks of that shirt, racks of them.
I want to know how involved the flirting got. I guess, like, you know what I mean?
I bet they got grabby.
Would they lift up the apron?
I hope these guys were gentlemanly enough to get rock for him. Like if they grabbed, and it's like, how insulting would that be if you grab this guy's junk, his giant black dick, and he doesn't get hard, and you're like, I guess I don't have it anymore. You know, back in the day, I was quite the catch.
Look at this group.
But I mean, they're eating the food, they're serving them this food, and then would they possibly have like laid their dick on this table? I mean,
probably. Yeah, there's probably one guy. Wasn't that in a movie where
bachelor party?
Was it the hot dog tray?
Yes, Nick the Dick. He puts his dick in the hot dog bun, and the mom's pulling on it, trying to get the hot dog off the tray.
Yeah, there's a tray of hot dogs, right?
It's a scene from Bachelor Party.
She doesn't notice it's a dick.
Well, it was a movie. I think she probably could have figured it out. You could do that, Jay. Have you ever done that?
Stop.
The tray with the hot dogs. We should do that. E. Can you bring a tray and some buns next week, and we'll see if Jay can do that. Pull it off.
Sure.
And then you could pull on it. E. Your tribute
No,
to the
thanks.
Bachelor Party. The ladies were really, really excited. They had all been giggling. They got all dressed up, dolled up. Dude, they were fucking into this.
Do you think they could sleep the night before? Do you think
Probably
I wonder
not.
when the meal was, and when were they up and just like they probably missed their afternoon nap that day. Like, they couldn't even take the nap.
Yeah. You're probably right, E. And they probably were having discussions like, I'm gonna grab his dick and balls, when he comes in here. They were probably like the huddles going on in the
Look
lounge
at this one,
area.
though. If you look at this one, I just noticed.
Well, that one, the guy turned, and so his ass is exposed, and they're all, oh my god.
Look at this, but she's not. Look at that one's face.
She's hungry. She's trying to eat a little bit, get a little sustenance in her, and before.
But look at her. She's going fork to mouth, but her eyes are trained on that ass.
Oh hell yeah! She hasn't seen an ass that juicy in years.
Look at her.
Are they?
Oh fuck yeah, they
you're
are.
right.
Look at that.
I guess they are. You're right.
Dude, she's burning she's like burning a hole in his butthole. She is.
Right. You're right.
Yeah, she's gonna spill in her lap for sure.
The towel.
She's not even wearing a bib.
Is the towel necessary in this situation?
No, for a good butler.
It's as necessary as the collar, E. Collar and the bow tie.
Yeah, collar, bow tie,
the
no
cuffs.
The boys did well. Gladys Smith. Gladys.
So cliche.
Oh yeah, Gladys Smith, 82 years old. I had a front row seat. It made quite a change, and the boys did well. So the butlers went around asking the ladies, "Yeah, I can offer you a massage and shit." Excuse me, Gladys, would you like a massage and shit? And then they got in and started rubbing them down. They said every single woman took them up on the massage. Every one of them. Sopping, dude. Sopping wet.
I feel bad
know,
for the
I know.
guys. I hope
They
got
didn't
paid
stop
well.
laughing the whole night. These minks loved this. And if Doll Jenkins gets her way, these boys are coming back in just a couple months for her 100th. So I hope
look at this.
I hope Doll hangs on.
Getting some action though there.
Oh God, I didn't need to see that.
Maybe this should be a regular thing in old fogey homes.
Well, Jay, they do report whenever you see the stats on venereal diseases.
Yeah.
Like this is the runaway one because
Right.
these people cannot stop fucking each other, old folks. And goddamn if they're going to use one of those
Condom. Prophylactic. A Jimmy.
Yeah, a goalie. So yeah, they're like fucking rubbers is bullshit. And so the guys aren't wearing them and they're getting gonorrhea, the clap, the whole thing. AIDS is shooting through the roof, but it's like, dude,
I got AIDS.
if I get AIDS at 86, like fuck, whatever. Great.
Right.
I wouldn't even get the meds. Ride this fucking storm out, How we doing for email?
We do have some email before we get to email.
for the
Mike,
love of fuck.
I'd like to engage in the short reading of post. We received one from Matt. Gentlemen,
Do you think any of those ladies went home and fingered themselves in their room like after that was done? Just like show of hands, who thinks that at least a couple of them did?
I
Just
guess.
reliving the good old days.
those old bony fingers, those old
Yeah.
crypt keeper like fingers
Yeah.
going down to that old
Yeah, but
vein.
if you get down there, if you just like blow the dust off the thing, you could
it's gonna
fire
take
that.
some- they're
You
gonna
could
need-
fire that motor back up, right?
I don't know if the
Arthritic
moisture
wrists
is
and
gonna
everything.
come.
God
I'm
damn.
not saying it's going to be easy, but just a thought.
Thank you for
Mhm.
that thought. Postcard from Matt. Gentlemen, while I was at the Halloween celebration at Greenfield Village on
You think it would have been 2 fingers or 3? Like,
Mm.
do you start with 1? Do you work your way to 3? Like, how does that go? Because you're not going to shocker yourself, right? Like, that's just too much.
I
1 in the
mean,
pink, 2 in the stink, or whatever they
these
say.
these fingers you're talking about are basically like Harry Potter wands.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you got to picture that and then picture what's going on down there and how do you manipulate all that?
Yeah. So probably 1 or 2 fingers max.
Back to Matt's post.
Mhm.
Greenfield Village.
Certainly not a fisting at all. Yeah.
There's a beautiful crescent moon that evening. I wonder if Jay was also looking at that very same moon. Dude, did you guys notice the moon last night? I believe it
Unreal.
was a
Yeah.
full moon.
It was.
Shit kept me up.
Yep.
You know, it was coming through my my window treatments in my room.
Really?
And it was as if it was light outside. Yeah.
I bet if you walked down the hallways after those butlers left, it was just like as you walked down the hall, every room you just heard.
Everyone was vacuuming crazy. There's a vacuum going on in every room.
They all had their TVs cranked up, and it's like, all right, Gladys, I know what you're doing in there.
God, do old ladies do that?
Giant fucking. Some of them got the rabbit. Some of them got
Wow.
the giant vibrating steel ones. You know, Steely Dan's in there like crazy.
Masturbation at an old age is not a pretty thing.
The screaming as they climb it. Oh, dude, yeah, must have been a scene. Anyway, where were you, Jay?
Yeah. So
Didn't mean to interrupt you there. Sorry about
another post from Seagrove Beach, Florida. This is those who wash their hands before urinating, enjoying the white sands of the Redneck Riviera. This is from NFL Bob and Pam, or Patty, however you want to call her. And this is adorned with delightful stickers. A
I bet
selection
the
of-
rabbit would be popular in there because you know that one that you could like plug it into the car charger and just
God.
leave it in your panties. You know what I mean? Or whatever whatever.
Where are they plugging this thing in?
I don't know. Well, there's probably got a wall charger or something. I don't know. Anyway, as you were.
Mike posts in from Paris.
Oh, gay Paris.
Gents, hello and greetings from Paris. Fun fact, I found a phone app that lets me create my own postcards and sends them out for me. So suck it, Walters. Gotta go. Show's been great. Not as of late, but as of always, keep it up. Bye for now.
How crazy would it be if you like walked in and one of the ladies, 2 of the girls got so fucking into this, you walked in the room, they're 69 and on one of their beds.
Oh.
Can you even imagine? Like, it probably didn't happen. But can you even imagine like the sight of that?
You know, we opened the week or closed last week maybe with the hog with his dick in some 90-year-old's mouth.
Yeah, it's great video.
And now we're on to this. This is
troubling,
to say the least.
At a minimum, troubling. At a minimum.
Mike, you're a journalist and you're just reporting on the facts, I suppose.
Well, I'm just, I'm
asking the questions.
I'm asking the tough questions. Kind of want to call them.
Trying to change the subject from my post. I mean, I believe that's Notre Dame itself, as well as the Jim Morrison death site. Or
Notre Dame's in Indiana, dude.
South Bend. Touchdown
Idiots.
Jesus.
He said he was in fucking where? Rome?
Paris.
Gay Paris.
Hey, thank you to Al. Says, hey, Jay, hey, Mike. I saw this Bob Ross doll. Thought he needed a happy home among the happy trees and happy clouds in Franklin. Al sent a cool little doll. And then also to Jeff, thanks for all the entertainment. He says, this will keep all Bob Ross memories happy. Little trees going for a while. Fun little game. He sent us the Bob Ross Art of Chill game.
Yeah. Would it be acceptable if one of the ladies
guys-
was like, before you guys leave, I want to engage in a Bugatti,
Oh, my God.
and like 6 of those guys just fucking glazed one of those. Like, I could see Doll putting up with that. She's almost 100, Jay. You know what I mean? 6 guys at once. Can you imagine what a scene? Fuck, that's amazing. I hope that happened. I'm not saying it did. I don't know.
You know, before you barf, you get that little sense in your
Wet-
mouth of bile.
wetness. Yeah. You all right? You got a tummy ache going? Maybe it's your gallbladder.
Thank you, Jeff, for the Bob Ross game.
Gotta play that, The Art of Chill.
Oh, also, thank you to Mandy for the calendar that we won't be giving to E. Maybe this will help E with his Day in History segments. Oh, no, we're not helping him with his Day in History segments. It's the least
Fuck
he can
no.
do to Bing this Day in History. She sent a calendar, Daily History, and every day has a This Day in History moment that E could use for the rest of the year.
I'm sure they're all on the website the few websites I check every week. So,
well,
Wow.
No offense.
You're not getting it.
What I would say, December 18th, 1946, Steven Spielberg is born. I want more details on that. I want to know what that birth was like. Was it a C-section? Was it natural? Were drugs involved?
Now, a little bit of a housekeeping matter.
You don't think any of them would have filmed? There's no
No.
chance
No.
any of them would have like broken out the iPhone 10 and filmed that, right? Any of the I could see Gladys doing it. I don't think Doll would. I think she's more modest than that.
God, and those granny panties like
I know.
around her,
Yeah,
around
yeah,
her knees.
tan.
Sensible.
Yeah.
All right. Matter of housekeeping. If you want to send us shit, send it to P.O. Box 250-268, Franklin, Michigan,
How cool would it be,
48025.
Jay, if even one of them was like, would you put a toilet seat on my head and make me gag? Just fucking gag on it. I love those videos. I want to try it just once. She put on loads of mascara.
That's the remarkable thing about this. They used to be people. You
I know.
So they used to be young ladies who could have been into crazy shit like that.
Some of them probably don't remember when they were human, but some of them do. God, I'd love to see video of that if any one of them had the nerve. Anyway,
so
why do you have a murderer's
Yeah,
note?
my point with respect to sending us shit, I mean, you can send us anthrax, whatever you want to ease us at P.O. Box 250268, but please use proper postage if sending us something. I will not cover anyone else's postage when I go to
change us.
Somebody tried to shortchange us. They
didn't make us pay for your post.
They didn't send us a 2 either to cover it. It was 208. Wolfie,
bitch.
It's you, Wolfie.
Tell me you didn't pay 8 cents
I don't
for
get how
that.
that's even possible. I don't understand how they don't
This
have
has
to pay.
happened. I don't either, dude. I ask Lynn
I would
over
love
there
to
all the
do-
time.
I would love
I'm
to
like,
do that
Lynn,
when
how
I
does
said-
it get here? And she's like, well, it's here, and you owe what
But when you send it out,
Oh,
you know what it
took her
is?
20 minutes to say that, though, right?
You know what it
Ask
is?
Chris next time. Chris is the one you want to talk to.
Well, Chris goes, so you don't want it, man? I'm like,
You don't want
shit.
the thing?
I'm
You know
like,
what it-
yeah,
you're like-
I'm kind of curious now. He goes, you know this Wolfie guy? I'm like, yeah.
I do.
It's
He's
sort
trying to shortchange you, isn't he?
I sort of do. And he goes, well, what you think it is? I mean, just bullshit? I'm like, yeah, it's probably like fake anthrax or something. He's like, shit, hey, come on, man. And I'm like, no. And so I open it up and I go, oh, no, this is what it is. It's a goddamn murderer style note where he went and, cut out individual words and letters to form the following. Go back to the live opens with Big E or the retard gets it. It'll be curtains, no cops.
Well, that's...
I paid $2.08 to receive that message, Wolfie.
Wow. Wolfie, if you're going to send death threats, don't put your fucking name on it.
You can't put a return address on it.
Return address back to his own house. Wolfie, you're better than that.
Just in case it gets lost in the mail, I'd like it returned.
Yeah. If even one of those ladies asked for like anal, you don't think one of those guys would have done like blasted her in the can with one of those giant dongs?
Oh, look, Wolfie provided
for the story. Would it be worth it for the guy though? Be like, dude, you ain't gonna believe this. I was at this fucking house. This doll was 99 years old, and she was like, I want it in my shitter. What am I gonna do, man? What am I gonna do?
Shitter.
Don't film it, but I want it in my shitter.
I want it in my shitter.
What'd you do, man? Well, fuck yeah, I blasted her in her shitter.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
All right, cool. All right. On that note, thanks. That was a great reading of emails, and even your posts weren't that bad, except for your snafu about Indiana and Notre Dame. But
I'll get that straightened out.
Thank you. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the day. We'll be back. We got one more show this week, right?
Yes, sir.
All righty. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen, you guys.